All right, we are live. Let me throw this in the Discord. Okay, here we have our crappy measuring thing. We should just, whoops. Okay, so if that's 20, then I start my measurement here. Lineal footage 20. So our perimeter wall lineal footage is 82. So, okay, we're going to get rid of the set X scale, the set scale, all of that. So where's set scale? That's that. Okay, delete. Yes. Y scale. And Y scale, both of these get deleted. Then this here, we can do that, and then we can go up to here and we can do Y scale line, delete, Y scale line. Okay, that's distance for Y, delete that. Y scale line, delete that. Okay. Delete scaling Y. Let's delete this. Sangeki, how you doing? Good to see you. Y scale input gone. Set Y gone. Distance for Y gone. Lineal footage. These gone. This gone. This gone. Save. Good to see you too. Yeah. I'm back. Finally. It's been a while. I've done a couple streams since I've been back from my trip, but finally could catch you on a stream since you stream so late at my time. Yeah, that is the thing. This is a little bit earlier than I normally would stream. Yeah, you're right. Okay, let's see what breaks. I'll just do that. Boom. Okay. Distance for X, we can just kind of, we don't really need that now. We can delete that. Distance for X, boom, save. And then here, take that out. We can stop that. We can also stop our other print. Okay. What am I up to? I'm making a little estimating tool. So you can kind of, like, this is just an AI generated house plan. But let's say you set the scale to 20 feet and then you press that button and then you click here. So now this red line sets the scale at what 20 feet is. Then you can start measuring, like, okay, if I go from here to here, it shows 20 feet. And if I go from here to here, now it's 40 because this is 20 feet down. Like, you can measure out, like, oh, I need to measure out the exterior sheathing I need, you know. And it's like, okay, 81 lineal feet of that. So it's very basic right now. I'll do some conversions and make it look better and work better, but Elemental, what's up? You literally started stream as I was ending. I could have rated you for once. Hey, no worries, brother. Good to see you, man. Nice to see you after. It's been a minute because I also haven't been streaming very consistently at all because I keep going to Finland. Here, let me grab a drink real quick. But yeah, it's good to get back to streaming because it's been a while. Good to see some familiar names in the chat. Elemental and Sengeki. Haven't seen you guys in a while, so it's nice to see you. Welcome. I need to find, because I just hacked this together yesterday in like an hour. So now I need to find the correct way of doing this. What am I working on? So I'm starting like a software development business in a couple months. That's going to be kind of primarily focused towards like construction companies and construction software. And so I'm building little online tools for my website. And one of them I'm building in Godot here. And I just started it yesterday, so it's pretty rough, hacky. But, and it's basically just like a little estimating tool to measure out like lineal footages and square footages and stuff. So like you can measure out your interior walls and see how much drywall you need, or stuff like that. Right now it's pretty terrible because I need to figure out how to make this measurement thing better. I think I'm just going to do it where you click, you like say start new measurement, you click, it draws a line, click, and then you double click and it stops it. But then you click again and it starts a new line. So then you don't have to do the start measurement, stop measurement thing over and over again. But this currently works. So I can see, I got my lineal footage over here. Setting the scale works fine. Eventually I'll get it where you upload your own file into it. Lunch, what's up? Back to back indeed. So, detecting double clicks in Godot. I've never actually done that. We're going to do some, we're going to vibe code this up real quick. How do I detect double click in Godot? Let's see. I could do a timer, yeah. Leaf. Sims 5 beta, yes. In Godot 3 and 4, you can detect double click using input event mouse buttons double click property. If event double click. Okay. Only works for input event mouse button. Okay. We'll see if it hallucinated this, but let's give it a shot. I don't really know the difference between unhandled input and input, but I'm just going to check this out real quick. Oh, broke. Double click. Okay. So this is not correct. Wait, let me get that error. Invalid access to property or key. So it may have just hallucinated this. Invalid. I knew it would be, that's too easy. Godot vibe coding is useless. It can be very useless. Although, for some of my simple stuff, like it's just, like I just want to know where to start with it, and then it's okay because I don't end up using the code that much. But left mouse button and timer is running. Double click. Yeah, I could easily just do that. Timer base check. Okay, nice. You know, you could have, earlier you said 3 and 4, and now you're saying, no, you know what? In Godot 4, it doesn't. Some C++ and linear algebra, true. So I can just do a timer is running. That's okay. Maybe I just add a timer here. Is running or is stopped. Okay, yeah. We'll just do a quick test here. Double click dot is stopped. Turn else. Do this. We can do or actually we need to start the timer here. So double click dot start and 0.3. Let's try this. Okay. Oh. Now it's doing it the whole time. Oh, is this on a... This is saying wait time. Okay, we need to do 0.3 here. One shot. That's right. Okay. I always forget about that. Nice. Okay. Easy. Perfect. Thank you, Leaf. Appreciate it. Does Godot consume... Oh my goodness, I gotta run another ad pretty soon. I'm gonna snooze it again for another 3 minutes. Consume too much memory per application, like 3D applications. To be honest, I don't know. I don't know anything about the performance side of things. Yeah. I don't know if the engine itself... I would assume not really, like... Well, I have no idea. It would depend on, I assume, just how big your project is, but how much you're actually, you know. Yeah, I don't know. I've never had something big enough. Yeah, I mean, if I want to commercialize, yeah. Which I don't know if I would commercialize a Godot project. Well, I mean, games, for sure. But 3D applications, I don't know. Maybe, but... I haven't heard anything specifically about Godot where it's like, oh, you don't want to do 3D with it. It's been getting really good with 3D. Like, there's a lot of improvement year over year. Oh, I need to make sure you can't enter down and that this only accepts integers. Okay, start measurement, blap, blap, blap. Okay, so currently, when we do stop measure pressed, we need to set shoot. we need to set that. And actually, we need to do it here. I wonder if this will just work. Hey, Ravier with the raid again. How you doing, man? Good to see you. Ravier, for anyone who doesn't know, is making a game that is insane, absolutely insane. And you should go check him out and go follow him. Should see if I can do, working on what I call Space Edit. It's a multiplayer level editor. I love multiplayer level editing. This game I used to play called Sauerbraten had that co-op edit mode, and it was so fun. But yeah, anyone who doesn't follow Ravier should, because his game is sick. Space game. Is it like massively multiplayer eventually? Or is it like server, like smaller servers? I'm not really sure. I've seen enough of it to know that it's crazy. Sea of Thieves style. Okay, yeah. Okay, let me see if this just works. I think my logic isn't correct. Okay, start measurement. Okay, it is not correct. Okay. So how are we doing this currently? If measuring, then we do that. Oh, because we're checking if measuring is true. Well, measuring should be true. Oh, we're just starting a new one there. Ah. So we need to change how we're doing our lines. Multiplayer instances, 25 to 32 players per max. Okay. Space from memory, yes. These ads. I'm going to snooze it one more time and then I'm out of snoozes, but we'll see. All right, since I hacked this together in the worst way possible, it looks like I'm going to have to rebuild it in a smart way, unfortunately. So measuring will be true. Oh, we need to do... I think what we need to do is current line null. Guess I can put that here too. Maybe that's all I have to do. Null, current line equals null, and then here I don't think I'm doing this correctly, but we will see. Okay. Yep, it's still adding from that point. Okay, if just started measuring, then we create a new line, and we set the current line to that. Oh, I think we have to... No, we don't want to instantiate a new one on the double click. We just want to say just started measuring is true again. So why is that adding a point? This is the problem with hacking things together. Okay, what we're going to do is first we're going to break these into little functions. End line. I don't even know if this is necessary, but start new line. Okay, so start new line is this. Point to current line. This isn't really necessary, but because that's one line for one line there. But I think there's going to be more that goes into it. Okay, left click. If we just started measuring and we're measuring, then we start a new line. Okay. Then we need to end a line. So double click needs to take all of this stuff. Put that in there. Now, what is wrong in my end line here? So current line equals null. Measuring should be true anyway. Current line equals null. Does it matter that I'm doing these in separate ones? I don't know, but once again, I don't really know the difference between unhandled and regular. Hasn't been consumed by input. Maybe it's the order in which things are done. Interesting. So that like broke my other inputs. Whereas if I throw it up here, okay, interesting. Well, we do want it to stop, to change just started measuring to true. But then it's just going to start a new line exactly where we double clicked. I think that's what's happening. Otherwise, it's going to add a new line, which will then set measuring to false again. I think it's just the order in which this is happening. Oh, we got an ad break going on. Okay, fun. Do we need another timer to like you can't do anything until this is true? I think we do. DC timer. No, we don't want that. New line timer. Put it at 5 point or a half a second. So we have double click, and then we have a var new NL timer finished. Well, I guess we could just do the is stopped thing again. So we don't actually need this. Nah, probably best. Never mind. Let me do this again. Probably best to just have something for it. NL timer finished equals true. Or equals false, and we return. This might cause issues later. Let's just say true here and tab in these. Yeah, I think that is better. Okay. end line needs to do NL timer equals false, new line timer dot start. This might just work. We'll see. Yes. Okay, perfect. Now we can add a little we can do line dot color, or what is it? Okay, we have width. What is this one used for again? Do we not have just regular line? I think this line 2D is just well, let's just grab this. Is this a string? Oh, it's a okay, let's try this. Fanny Slam, what's up? Create it from color. I might just use this for now and whoops. Let's see here. Okay, start measurement. Nice. Okay, now having this be having no what do you call it? No preview is really annoying. Let's do a preview one using this line. We're going to call this preview line. Or I could just have it use the line that we're already using. Yeah, probably. Let me think here. No, maybe we do want a preview line, because otherwise then I have to create a line, a second point after the first click. Oh wait, this is an array. Oh my goodness, my brain is just not working. Is points even being used? Nope. This is what happens when I'm hacking things together. So much bloat. Oh, we don't want this on. Or actually, yes. We do want this. Okay, if we didn't just start measuring, but we are measuring. HexGod TV, gotta go. Good deving. Later, folks. Hey, take it easy. Thank you for stopping by. Appreciate you. Hope you have a good one. We will see how much I can actually get done here today, but not serious in the YouTube chat. Thank you, brother. I appreciate it. Man, I just need my brain to work for just function for a little bit here. We'll see if it does. Okay, when you click, actually, we could just do it here. We have start new line. Okay, and then right here. Oh, this isn't even pulled in? Okay, preview line points, and then preview line. Lunch. Heard that. How many genders are there? I just got here, Miriam, for the first time in the wild a few weeks ago. Caught me off guard. I'd only heard that from here. Yeah, I love that so much. That guy just, he just got here, you know? I love the meme of him where it just also, what does it do? It basically like shows him as, it's edited to where he looks like an alien, and it just says, bro just arrived to Earth. That's my favorite. Because he just got here. I'd never heard of that. Okay. So we can add point if can I do dot size? No. What did I call this other one? Preview line points. And then preview line. Do we need this? Not really. Can we cap this? Okay, capping. Wait, what is this? This is not the type of capping I need. We just need to make sure it never has more than 2 points. Okay, is less than or is greater than or equal to 3. Preview line dot remove point 2. I think this might just work. Oh, I think we got to do this thing again. No, it is top level. Oh, we need to call add preview point. Oh no, this isn't going to work. We got to do preview line dot get point. Oh wait. Maybe we just always do Nope, can't do that. Set point position 0 and then mouse position. Okay, there we go. Now we start measurement. But it's going from there. So we need to no, we do need to add a point. Preview line, add point at the mouse position. No, we can just set point position 1. And then we can just do this. Okay. Okay, that broke it. We need to reset its position. Save. Okay, now it's there. Hey, look at that. Goodness sakes, sometimes it takes me way too long to do these things. Boom. And we start our measurement. Okay, look at that. Perfect. Now we just need to make sure it's only there when we're measuring. And actually, let's do a stop measuring. And then on enter, measuring. So then we can use start measuring in other places. Ah, but then it does that. unhide preview. Then we do unhide, whoops, func unhide preview. Okay. Okay, now we just need to deal with that. So, start new line. We need to unhide the preview. So we need to do it there. I think. Nope. So that also does that. Start measurement. Start measure press should actually not unhide the preview. There we go. So that's still broken. Okay, which means on double click, here we need to hide preview. Okay. Nice. Okay, sick. It's working. Now we will eventually nice. We will eventually get it to where you can have different things you're measuring, not just the one thing. Lineal footage needs to be dot, not clamped. What is it again? Snapped. Snapped F. Let's see if this works. Can I do a float here? Oh, I have to do snapped. Like this. Okay. Nice. Okay, and then this is a 6-foot wall as well. This might be a load bearing, so it might, or a 6-inch. This might be a 6-inch wall. Okay, we got 104 lineal feet of 6-foot or 6-inch wall here. And then we could do, you know, this is how many studs you need, yada, yada, yada. Not bad, actually. It's kind of coming together. Add different measurements to this array. Point. So we could have separate ones where it's like you add a new one, it adds a button, or you know, adds some UI elements. And then you can measure out different things, and then it shows what those measurements are. Yeah. Of course, now that I've gotten this working, I'm bored with working on this, but maybe we can make it look a little better. First thing we could do is this. Hey, New Jank, what's up? Is this,
What the hell is even that?
New Jank, I should show you this. Then we can take this away. Asteron, what's up? heard I should show you this and then stream froze. Dang, okay. Well, hopefully you can see now. Okay, so we set the X scale on our plans here. Boom. Which actually that should just say set scale. Then we start measure. Nice. Change to stop measure. Uh-oh. It broke. Oh, this should say... This should be stop measuring. This should be start measuring. Okay, let's try. Try it again. So we set our X scale, blip, blap. Then we start measuring. Okay, we're measuring our exterior walls here. You know, figuring out just how much Tyvek wrap we need. Got our lineal footage just under 78 lineal feet. And I can do some stuff on that. Then we stop measuring. And when we click, nothing happens. Perfect. Then we start measuring again. Here, double click to stop. Start again. Double click to stop. So right now there's only one measurement, but I'm going to eventually make it so you start a measure. It adds like a new array of lines that it then can update a lineal footage over here or a square footage or something, but then you can start a new thing that you're measuring as well. Sick, dude. Yeah, it'll be simple, but it'll be something to put on my website as like a estimator tool. And then I'll set it up where you can upload your own PDFs or, plan PDFs or whatever. It'll have to convert it to an image, apparently. But that's fine. As long as it gets there, and then people can set the scale and start measuring things. This just needs to be set scale. Perfect. Looks like a useful tool. Yeah, I use something very, like a lot more, obviously a lot more robust, but I use something similar to it at work all the time. And yeah, but it's like a paid one, whereas I can just make this little simple one that's not very good, but it's free and could just throw it on my website. And plus, I'm trying to build, in my business, I'm going to be trying to build kind of construction software. So it's nice to have something to show off that is related to construction, you know. How much longer do I have to stream? I really don't have that much, which is annoying because I've only been streaming for like an hour. My time is all wonky these days. Okay. The other thing I could do for a little while. You can truly use Godot for more than just making games. Yeah, I know. Like, this actually works great for making these types of projects. I've thought about doing it for other things too. In fact, I think I did start one. Yeah, estimator calc, but I think this was just a some sort of calculator, basically. But if I can embed this into my website, then that's great. Oh, by the way, DS inventory is mostly good to go. There's some things that need to be worked on. So this is my inventory plugin. Where you can go around, pick stuff up. Let's see here. So you can pick stuff up, you can split stacks. The only problem is, so on the drag and drop, with left click, it shows the preview. But when I do like right click, which is used for dragging one at a time. Oh, another thing I need to figure out is how to drop a full stack. Right now I'm just dropping one item at a time when I do it. But I should set it up where you can drop one full stack. But the problem is there's no preview when you like drag, like split a stack out. And I should figure out how to do that. Also, I need to make this more easy to install because it's kind of annoying to install. And it's not a good enough plugin yet to be worth installing if it's that annoying to install. When there's other plugins out there that I'm sure are... I know there's other plugins for inventories that are a lot bigger and probably simpler to install, but I'm going to be working on another inventory implementation soonish. Nice. Tuesday, I worked on a water shader, and next I got to set up the rest of the terrain surface system, but after that, tools and items probably. Nice. Oh, yeah, that's true. You're going to have that. Shared a screen of the new water in your Discord. Let me see here. Oh, dude. This is sick, dude. I love the style of it. Bro, just the visual style in this, in general, is so cool already. Oh, that's dope. Like, I love the kind of retro look. I don't know, it feels cozy already. Looks better in motion, but my OBS settings are screwed. Yeah, I mean, it still looks great. Oh, man. Yeah. Just wait till I get some greenery. Dude. Visuals in the game are just so important to just like getting the vibe going. I think is probably the most important part of prototyping, because it's just so like it helps you stay motivated with it, you know. Simulate a lot of different stuff, so like grass growth, snow accumulation, moisture, so soil gets muddy. That's sick. I love anything simulated like that. That's why I always want to make like city builders style games too, and RTS games, but with like almost more Caesar, like the Caesar games, a mix between, you know, Age of Empires and Caesar, where it's like you still have a lot of the city building stuff. And then simulate a bunch of like the daily life of citizens and stuff. I would just love to make it. Would be a huge project that's way too hard, but a dream game is to make a city builder and real-time strategy at the same time that has the best of both elements. What happened to Warcraft 3? Ooh, it's so tempting. So tempting. I want to play Warcraft 3 is so good. I'm terrible at it, but it was really fun even when I was getting destroyed over and over again. Love to see a modern open TTD. See Manor Lords, also Warcraft 3 is top tier. Oh, dude, Warcraft 3 is just so great. Like, what I would love... Well, I've wanted to do this even with... actually, I did kind of do this. Where is it? Is this the one? Manor Lords is nice. Spent like a half an hour arguing with someone in customer service when Warcraft 3 Reforged released. And I was trying to get the original game installed. Yeah. Yep, that was very controversial. So at one point I had this. This was when I was in surgery. Let's see. Yeah, you can attack, move. I should really just make it so then there's points in 3D space because it doesn't actually fully match up. Like if I try to attack move right here, you can see the formation doesn't actually project correctly. But I wanted to do something where it's like much slower paced than this. Like guys would not move this fast and all that. How do you switch? Okay, yeah. But then have formations and have really inaccurate guns. And, well, like I said, much slower pace than this, actually. And have, like, a Napoleonic War style game where you're shooting in formations and almost like Gettysburg, but with actual soldiers on the field. Oh, shooting at the base. I never quite got this formation thing right. Whoa, that was weird. Tab? Why can I not? Okay, now I can. Can create a bunch of these guys. Yeah, the formation's not entirely correct. Shots fired indeed. Make StarCraft 3. Dude, that would be so fun. StarCraft is the one that I've played the most of. Warcraft 3 I played a lot of, but that was just single player when I was younger. But StarCraft was my jam. Okay. Let's get these guys back. Let's create a ton more of these guys. What did I play as? Protoss. The simplest. Oh. Oh, I just noticed that. Can't really grab everyone. Nope. There we go. Cannon Rush Classic, yes. Actually, that's what I should do. I should play StarCraft and just Cannon Rush the whole time. March these guys forward. Grab these guys, bring them over here. Grab these guys, bring them over here. These guys need to get involved. This flanking maneuver here. Now we can have a, what is it? Enfilading fire down the line. Look at that. Real tactics going on here. What is this guy doing? He just ran all the way over there. Oh, he was probably stuck behind a guy. Oh no, these guys are just shooting at the building. They need to be shooting at the guys. Advance. Advance. Send this guy on a lone mission around the back. Oh no, he's been spotted. He can draw fire though. He can just run and draw fire. Oh, he's dead. B Wendy Dev? B Wendy Dev? This looks awesome. Thanks. Yeah, this is just like a little prototype. Oh, what is that? As you can see, it's mostly broken. But I actually I should rebuild this at some point here. The formations thing was cool. Just need to find a way of making it work. And there's no pathing or anything set up in this. And then I could have a UI for like what kind of formation, because if you want them to march in a column, that should be a lot faster than marching in a line. Plus all these guys always cross over each other. But yeah. Do a tournament between some Godot devs in some game. See who's the best gamer. True. Yeah. They need to be shooting at the guys. Napoleon probably. Yes. Napoleon would love this game. But I do want to expand on this at some point, on this idea at least. Okay, I create a bunch of these guys, and if they're all in the same spot, then they should basically be a machine gun when these guys approach. Oh, it's like a shotgun. And then grab these guys and they all pop out. I love how inaccurate they are though. That's my favorite thing, because then that gives you time to like use the strategy if they are like actually inaccurate musketmen. It's a feature, yep. I do like this idea of, especially if your guys moved really slow, like have them really, you really have to set up your formation beforehand. Oh wow, these guys died fast. I think one bullet just like killed a bunch of them. But yeah, that was a fun little project. What was I looking for? Thought I was going to actually look at something, but... We're going to open our huge game, which is way too slow because everything is Blender files, I'm pretty sure. Maybe it's OBJs. Well, I know it holds all the Blender files. Oh, it's re-importing everything? Whew. We'll see if it just breaks and then my entire demo is destroyed. Do I really have all of these 3D objects in here? From that demo thing that I started with? Because that's crazy. And I have a bunch of random Blender files in there of when I was doing like sculpting and stuff. That's amazing. We got an ad starting in 3 minutes. I'm going to go ahead and snooze it. Reopening scenes. We'll see if everything is blown away. It might be. Oof. Oof. A lot of red there. Ah, it's opening. Here's the opening cinematic sped up 5 times or something. I should really come back to this. I did put a lot of work into it, even though it's like a bunch of half-finished stuff. It's mostly just an environment, a broken combat system, and a broken inventory system. Oh, yep, and it even has the hotbar at the bottom, which I don't like. And I still haven't put a door on this. The hotbar is partially obscured by my stream, but FPS not great. Also, my animations could use some work. All in all, though, it actually does look pretty good. If I could figure out soft body physics, maybe in 4.2 it's better, but... Oh, back to the Grass Bros. What I really need is some audio in this to really sell it. Then just make a trailer and see if I could do like a Kickstarter or something. And I really need to change these terrible icons in the inventory system. I need to rebuild the inventory system because now I know how to do it. But man, some of like the art is so simple, but it actually just works. Like these little generator thingies. Let me set cinematic to false so then we don't have that. There we go. The good old days, indeed. We got these guys who are still somewhat broken. Oh, big frame drop. These guys are animated bodies, and I'm walking around on them. Or not animated bodies, they're regular character bodies, and yet I'm moving around on them. How is that possible? Because on my other game, it wasn't possible to do that. Is it just because they're square colliders? It could be. Maybe I just need to change the model and make it a fully flat collider. Because this works just fine to just... Whereas those ones have, I think, circular colliders, and you can't really stand on them. Oh, something's going on with the soft body. Something has happened here with my floater. Is it on all of them? That one, it just fell off. Interesting. So maybe they did change the soft body physics a bit. And I could actually do a cloak if they're better. Because these guys are not supposed to have their legs sticking out of their head. Also, they're not supposed to be a mesh that is totally inverted. So the upgrade broke something there. But that's kind of good news. New Jank, now that you've built basically your own terrain system, I might need to, at some point, learn how to do my own terrain. So I should drop by your stream and see what kind of magic you're pulling off. Are these guys not aggroed at me? Yeah, see, they're supposed to be aggroed. This guy's just stuck. Everything is buggy in this game. This guy's aggroed. Is this guy? Nope, he's still grazing. He's aggroed, but he just doesn't want to attack. Same with this guy. This is the only guy that wants to attack. I love the attack animation, actually. And the death animation. Do these guys have a death animation? I think they just kind of, yeah, disappear. Yeah, I'll have to build that in. Really, kind of what I should do is just merge all of my games together. Because I really want the walking mountain guys in this game now. Grassbro rifle lines, yeah. Oh, that would be great. We still have this mysterious shrine here of the headless and handless woman. Oh, we got an ad running. These might be my second favorite creatures here. The way they just waddle. The light on the head is a nice touch. Yeah, it's like a little just particle that is just buzzing around. It does work. Because that is basically their consciousness. That is a nice thing, is I do just love the visuals of this game. Now I could do something like Sky 3D in this. These clouds, I don't think they cast shadows, right? Yeah, doesn't look like they do. Boss arena, that's exactly what this is. Problem is I don't have good enough like combat. All I have is just these two kind of crappy attack animations that don't really work. But I could also just redesign my character completely. Grassbow Bro War would go hard. Yeah. RTS, turn this game into an RTS. Grass Burrows versus the dinosaurs. I do still like this little shader that I have that just, all it does is just warps the grass around you, but Vietnam allegory, yeah. Take some inspiration from Zelda boss. A lot of times you don't fight the boss directly. True, yeah. Where you have to do something in order to attack its weak spot. Yeah, yeah. Thought to you in the YouTube chat, although I know these projects are not final, so this may change, but is it strange that they move like sliding on ice? Is this intentional? Not. There's like a little bit of I think it's mostly when I'm doing my speed version, which this is just for debug purpose, or not debug, but like just getting around in the world fast when I want to, but it's not part of the game. Then you like slide a lot more. Here, like there is a little bit of that where he like slides a little bit, and that's kind of intentional. I don't want him to just instantly stop, but it might be like a little bit too much. But I also need to redesign the character because I guess his feet don't do it now. But with the animation blending, you get things where weird things where like his hand detaches for a second because it's a separate bone. But yeah. I mean, it's all just, you know, my character controller that I haven't thought about in forever. That's why it's probably a little slidey. More Grass Bro fan art hot off the press. All right. Perfect. Oh my goodness. How do you come up with this stuff so fast? It's so good. Oh, I love it. But yeah, Thoughty, it's more just, you know, because I haven't worked on the character controller really, but eventually it would probably, I would fine tune it. But this is just so good. Oh, dude, I have to do this now. Now I have to make a game that involves both of these. Maybe that's what my real game should be. Another project to start. Look how sad he's very sad. Can't let it down. I have to now. I think I have to just merge my games. And make it actually good, too. So I can't just prototype forever. I have to actually try to make a demo. Which means working on performance, And honestly, I'm starting to think that I should do the survival game route. Which means in 6 months, I'm going to be starting an entirely new project that has nothing to do with any of this. But just think of how cool it would be having those Grass Bros in this world. Now, would I still do third person? Potentially. Landscape looks good. Yeah. This one, I really like the landscape for this game. Which YouTube might be a little bit behind. Yeah, I think it is a little behind. Just so you know, Thoughty, so it's... If I'm saying stuff way after you type it, that's because there's a bigger delay. I can't really change that, unfortunately. On Twitch, it's if you have a Twitch account, you can pop over there. But this is a separate demo that I have that was initially going to be a puzzle game, but now I'm not so sure on. Right now, it's mostly just a vibes game. Okay, turn off flight mode for a second. Horror FPS auto battler, yep. Maybe I just don't do the whole third person thing, which would then kind of do away with the melee side of things, unfortunately. But then it also means I don't have to do any character animations ever. At least for my main character. And I could just make it a vibes survival game. And then I would have to do something like procedural generation, which would be fun to learn. I'm just imagining a procedural world where you have your base on top of this guy. Maybe I could redesign them and have them more of like a plateau. So then I don't have to do all this weird character controller stuff. And then I could blend in my space game by making it so you can craft a spaceship and fly to another planet. How cool would that be? And then make it multiplayer, and it would be my Rust in Space survival game. I have a Twitch account, but I don't use it too much. I'm just searching on YouTube for Godot right now. Nice. Yeah. Yeah, I wish I could change the YouTube thing, but I think you have to be like monetized to make it so your streams don't have a delay. Hopefully the stream quality isn't too bad. On my preview, okay, it's not terrible once I up the quality on my preview. But yeah, are you learning Godot, Thoughty? Because I don't know if you use Discord, but I can pop the link. Let me know if you see that. I remember at one point it wasn't showing up for people on YouTube, but that's the Discord if you want to learn. If you're a beginner in Godot, then you can learn, or you can ask questions in there. You can also just keep up with the stream, see when I go live, that type of thing. But quality is good. Nice. Okay. Oh, you've used it from 3.0. Nice. Okay. Sweet. Yeah. I really haven't used any other engine besides Godot, and I don't really have a need to use any other engine. By the way, these little donut things that disappear, that's just when I click, it tells this giant where to go, and I just have that as a visualizer. Should build out this area a little more. I like it. Thanks. Yeah. This one's been fun to work on. Okay, I think that is the game plan. I think I do need to just merge my games. I do like this biome, but there could be multiple biomes, you know. Obviously, I would only be making a demo, so it's not like I would go too crazy with it. Some delay, 15 seconds. Okay. Yeah. Oh, what is this pathing? Oh, just figuring it out. That's the other thing with procedural generation, is how to do pathfinding. Never done it before, but let me tell this guy to go really far away, and then I can fall off. Whoop. I just love these guys so much. They're like grass bros that have all grown up. They're basically the same exact thing as a grass bro. They burrow and everything. It's like Land Titans, Sea of Thieves. I don't think I've seen that. Oh, that guy just burrowed too. Nice. Let's see when he gets up. You gonna burrow? Unburrow? Or did he burrow at the same time as me? Because of some weird bug. No. Oh, and then he gets up right as it becomes dark. Nice. Didn't even get to watch it. I'm just picturing attacking other big players on the players on the big mountain character. Yeah, that's another thing that I was thinking about is like if you did have a multiplayer aspect, how cool would that be? Having fights with team fights that with guys who are up on top, shooting at them, getting your grappling hooks out so you can go over there and get attached, jump on a motorcycle or something to try to catch up. Oh, he's burrowing. Okay, we'll see if we can watch him get up. Or is it going to be sunrise when he does? Come on, unburrow. Yes. Love it. Catch you later, dude. Taking off? Yeah. We will see you next time. Hopefully I can continue the streaming streak. I actually got to bounce here pretty quick anyway, so I should probably raid someone. But we can watch one last sunrise together. Beautiful. Oh, look at that. He's hanging out next to his friend. I just love walking around in this. Sky looks really good. Did you write the shader or it's a plugin? It's a plugin. So Sky 3D is the plugin. Super nice. I haven't really changed anything with it. This is just like default settings, basically. I just made the days pass faster. But it's really nice. Highly recommend. But I really should bounce out. Let me find someone to raid for those of you on Twitch. Looks like Aaron is live. Let's raid him. But yeah, thank you all for being here. Let's see. Thoughty says, I know that, but I didn't use it in a project yet. Okay, yeah. But yeah, Thoughty, thank you for being here in the YouTube chat, as well as Not Serious in the YouTube chat. And then Hello Lunch, thank you, brother. New Jank, B Wendy Dev, Elemental, Asteron. Who else was here? Fanny Slam, Hex God. I know. Oh, Ravier, thank you for the raid. And Heavy Bob. Appreciate you being here. Sengeki, Leaf episode. And I'm pretty sure Garlic was here as well. But anyway, thank you all. Astron, see you later, man. Hey, peace out, man. Yeah. Miwioff. Thank you for being here. Appreciate you. Thoughty, thanks. Yeah, thanks, man. But yeah, I will see you all later. Have a good one. Peace out. I'm going to send the raiders over now. So, yeah, we'll see you hopefully tomorrow. And then, for those of you in the YouTube chat,